Hi, my name is Ray Naylor, and this is the Performing Songwriter. My guests today are a duo from New Jersey, Rusty and Jan. They've been playing together for quite some time, and they do their own original music as well as the music of other songwriters. I'll be right back to talk to them and also to hear some of their music. Welcome, Rusty and Jan. Not that I have to point, I think it's obvious.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, we'd love to come on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. And you were on my other one that I did previously.
Yes. It was a very nice description of Rusty and Jan and where we were and where we are.
Okay, well, we'll see where we are today.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask you, I gave you a little introduction. How long have you guys been playing? You are married, I should say.
Yes.
But you played together quite a number of years before that. How long have you been performing together?
We've been playing together for 14 years.
Okay, wow. Mm-hmm. And in terms of writing songs, I know, do you write all the songs, Rusty, or does Jan?
I don't write.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I write all the songs, I write all the lyrics, and I write all the chords down. But not to take away the what Jan does, writes musically to fill in all the spaces and all. So
that's right.
I would have to say her collaboration is very much a part of the writing process.
And my guess is that you also, especially being a very good musician in terms of arranging what you do, I'm sure that you are participating in that also. Would I be right?
I always try to keep in mind from an arranging aspect when I'm playing.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to hear some songs from you guys later, but we're going to talk about our songwriting topic now, which I better look at so I don't forget. Okay, now I know what it was. Now, a lot of your songs, listen to your songs live as well as some of the recordings on your website. A lot of your songs are pretty, I would say, personal, but I think people can relate to them. So I guess my question is, Rusty, particularly since you write the songs, do you think about how to make, while they are personal, how to make them universal in terms of other people being able to relate to them?
Absolutely. But, when I think back on my early years, and I think you can share this as well, it grew out of a passion to be heard about an injustice or Vietnam War or something else that was going on in the area at the time. And then it grew into more mature passions about love and relationships and things along those lines. And so while it's been my means of getting something off my chest, it's also something that I felt like I could share with other people who had similar feelings and experiences.
And do you find your audience relates? Can you tell that they're? I've experienced that, or I know somebody that has experienced that.
I definitely feel that when anyone actually comes out to see me. A little bit harder when they don't, though.
If they're not there, it's a little hard.
All right.
And that's hard to do. I think a lot of young songwriters, I would say young songwriters, when you're starting to songwrite, I wasn't that young, it tends to be a therapy a lot of times in the beginning. And,
definitely.
Yeah, and to be able to write personal songs so where people can also relate to them. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, and that's what explains why you and I write so little these days, because now we're so well adjusted.
Right. Now, you play a number of instruments. You play flute, some kind of clarinet, right?
Well, yeah, I play some clarinet. It's the newest instrument for me. And I play alto and sometimes some tenor and soprano sax, too.
Okay. And Rusty, you play guitar?
I play guitar, and I do a little banjo in the string band. So
that's right. Just briefly talk about that.
Yes, we're proud members of the Pennsport String Band. I play a 6-string or band guitar to go down Broad Street, and Jan plays the saxophone, and get all sequined up at least once a year.
Get your feathers on.
Yes.
Yeah, for the people that may be watching this out of the Philadelphia area,
right.
What is the Mummers Parade?
It's impossible to define. Really, I've attempted to tell people from out of town, and they just usually get very confused. But it's an ancient tradition that comes from from Europe, large groups of Ukrainian and other folks, I guess, during the immigration settled in South Philly and began this folk parade more than 100 years ago to celebrate the first day of the year. And we march and play in elaborate costumes that you could only compare to Mardi Gras every January 1st.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Now you're going to sing your first two songs, and we're going to set up the set here to do that.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we're going to see a video for the next guest on the show. And this is going to be done through Skype. Now, what I used to do, and I think I might have mentioned this last show, we used to have the Skype interview and the live interview here, or the in-studio interview, as part of the same show.
Yeah.
What I'm doing now is I'm splitting them apart. So next show will be only a Skype interview. It'll be a little longer than normal. And Bernice Lewis, will be our guest, and she has many accomplishments and accolades, including playing at the Kennedy Center in Washington.
Wonderful. Yeah.
And also, make sure I get Mountain Stage. PBS thing.
Sure.
Wow.
And so I'm going to introduce her, next week a little bit more. But we'll take a look at one of her videos, and you'll get to see what she sounds like. And then Rusty and Jan will be back.
Great.
Okay.
And I decided that it wasn't my place to judge. But if you get the truth from a bum in the park, it's still the truth, right? So I'll leave you with this one. And everything in the place was really well maintained when the guru was around. Polished, neatly folded, and perfectly arranged when the guru was around. We asked him all our questions, and his answers made it clear exactly how far it is from India to here, and his every word convinced us that we walked on solid ground when the guru was around.
Well, this is a song about when I was young at the beach in Ocean City, New Jersey, living at the Stenton Arms Hotel. I fell in love for the first time and became a man for the first time. And this is a song about being young and having sand in your shoes. At the Arms, I went to find my way in a younger day. At the Arms, I can remember back, my mind is on the track. At the Arms, I first met a girl. At the Arms, a young boy took the world. I found love at the Arms. At the shore, you can find romance. You can take a chance at the shore. On the beach, she was next to me, hearing splashing sea. On the beach, at the Arms, we held close that night. At the Arms, love had found its height. I found love at the Arms. Then a spark came from God knows where. In a silent scare came a spark. In the night came a brightened sky, and the people cried. thought of me at the arms, at the arms. It will be my home when I'm all alone at the arms, at the arms. I first met a girl at the arms. A young boy took the world. I found love at the arms. I found love at the arms. Well, this song is for all my compatriot singer-songwriters out there who find themselves stuck in their job and all they want to do is get out there and play, and everybody's telling you it's only a hobby, and you really got to work harder and don't go out at night and don't do any of that stuff. But you're compelled by your art. Sometimes you just got to go out. I'm going home from far below, where you can't see me or seldom. No, I'm going home where I can be me to seek myself, the ones you can't free. I got a dream that I misplaced once. Now I'm back. Regret, we all got some. No, it's hard, so hard to turn back your pride. But if you can, please know I will survive. I might be late to find my dream. You know I let so much time pass by, it seems, but I'm on fire with that old quest that I can't quench until I know I've done my best. I got a dream that I misplaced once, but now I'm back. Regret, we all got some. It's hard, so hard to turn back your pride, but if you can, please know I will survive. So you can judge me on your own terms, and then advise with voices oh so stern. You always felt you knew the best. You'd have me turn out just like all the rest. Have me turn out just like all of the rest. Have me turn out just like all of the rest. I got a dream that I misplaced once, but now I'm back. Regret, I bet you got some. No, it's hard, so hard to turn back your pride, but if you can, please know I'm gonna survive, and if you can, please know I will survive. If you can, please know I will Survive! That's right.
Okay, the song "At the Arms," I get that right?
Yes.
The last show I showed a clip of. Well, what I did is I made a slideshow of you guys, and underneath I had just a portion of that song. It's a nice song, I think.
Thank you.
So anyway,
Thank you.
so I'm glad you did it here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're going to talk about our performing topic. As I'm sure we've discussed in the past, I always think it's so much better to stand up and to have your songs memorized, which you do today. But a lot of
we'll see about that.
We'll see about that. But I've seen you a lot where you have your words there and you sit down. But you guys get booked all the time. You play a lot.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, well, I ought to shut up, But how do you, in terms of your booking, and you get booked time and time again at the same places.
Yeah.
How do you kind of like merge those two things?
Yeah. Well, I think it's really important for a new performer, someone who wants to pursue this business. I think they have to maintain. They have to think of their hobby job as important as their day job. They can't be late. You have to show up. You have to dress appropriately. You have to call back your contacts. You have to be persistent. You have to do all the things that you would do for anything that you were very passionate for. So, well, I think that we have a very unique sound, Jan and I think it's definitely bookable. I know so many other people who are so much more talented, but just don't have the same work ethic.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. So I would say the biggest thing is persistence, and you have to be out there. Whether you're playing or not, you have to be rubbing elbows. You have to be finding out where the opportunities are and what have you had success with, and so on and so forth. So it's really about being part of the musical culture, in your geography, and to put your best foot forward whenever you go out.
Well, the other thing, and Jan, I wanted to ask you this. You're, if I can use the word act, I'm not sure that's the best word to use, but a lot of music, like a lot of singer-songwriter type things, it's a guy with a guitar, or a girl with a guitar, or a keyboard. And the instrument you play, the flute, you play the clarinet, and who knows what else, which is kind of a pretty unique thing with kind of a singer-songwriter thing. And do you think that also helps both of you to get, as a duo, to get booked time and time again, just because you have a unique...
You're right. I was just going to use that word. I think we're unique. I think it's something different, and I think that's attractive to people who book the shows. Something they don't want to just give their audience the same old thing all the time. They want to give them something different.
Right. The other thing, when you guys perform, there's a lot of humor in it. A lot of back and forth.
Yes.
It wasn't always the case.
Husband, wife, kind of thing.
Right.
And it really adds to...
the Burns and Allen shtick.
Yeah,
Yes.
it adds to the performance, I think.
That took a while for me to develop.
Yeah.
That was a hard thing for me, but that's getting better.
Well, the other thing, I know that now you've been singing. In the beginning, I don't think you sang,
No,
did you?
I didn't.
And I know I mentioned you. I'm sure other people did. That you have a really nice voice, and I'm very glad that you're singing with Rusty in some of the songs.
Me too.
Okay, speaking of songs, you have two more songs, so we're going to hear those. And while we're setting up, yes, okay. I made up a slide with some more songwriter resources for songwriters, which
great,
I've done
great.
before. So take a look at that. And by the way, if you guys have any resources or suggestions for the show in general, please email me at racings@gmail.com. And we'll be right back.
This is like a goodbye song. It's two people who, for one reason or another, have to leave each other. And it may happen at an airport, and in this case, it'll happen in a train. It's simply called Come Away With Me. Once upon a time, there was a boy and a girl. Went through grammar school and high school together. Grew up to be nice young people. They came to a point in their life where they wanted to pursue their dreams, until they found out they had different ones. You see, he would like the picket fence and the green grass and the smell of it in the morning. She liked the city, the nightlife, and the excitement that it brought. So they meet in this train station, and she's about to leave. But before she does, this is what she says. Come away with me. Come away to the city with me. Come away and be free. Come with me. Now he wants to be the friend he's always been, supportive, give her what she needs. This is gonna be hard. So he figures he's got one more thing he's got a chance to say, because then his life will change forever. This is what he says. Get away from me. Go away to the city without me. Go away, be who you need to be. Get away from me. So she steps up on the first step of the train, reaches back and takes his hand. She's afraid. She's going to lose the one guy who was always there, always helped her dream. So she turns back and she says this. Come away with me. Are you sure you just can't come away with me? come away to the city with me. Please come away with me. Well, you know, the whistle blows and it starts creaking on down the tracks. And their hands are slipping slowly apart. They're looking in each other's eyes. You say goodbye. And in that last second, he knows he's got one more thing he's got to say. Because he may never get the chance again. So he starts running along the track next to the train. She's looking down. And he just says, it's the first song I ever wrote that actually sounded like a good song. I was about 17 years old, and I was just setting out to be what I wanted to be. And now that I'm retired, I think I've accomplished everything I set out in this song. So it's called That's Not Me. Sands of time are slipping fast. And God, you know, I just won't last. Thinking about what I must be. If I conform, I can't be free. But oh, that's not me. Can't wear a collar in daytime because for me it's just a lie. I'd rather be on the road again, just trying to be everybody's friend. Oh, that's not me. That's not me. Why can't you see? You don't like the way I am, then let me be. Oh, let me be. Don't tell me about the life you built. It's just a way to hide your guilt. 'Cause you remember that dreadful day when you gave up and threw your life away. But oh, that's not me. That's not me. Why can't you see? You don't like the way I am, then let me be. Oh, let me be. So now I set out in my youth. The road is rough in search of truth. So all you people just walk on by, and in your sleep if I hear you cry, but oh, that's not me. Whoa, that's not me.
Yeah, I like those songs too.
Me too.
Okay.
Thank you.
People want to learn about you, want to see where you're playing. Where would they do that?
They can find us at www.rustyandjan.com.
Okay.
And we of course do our open mic every Thursday at Cafe Milani,
Yeah.
which of course you've been there many times, and we thank you for your return performances.
For people in the Philadelphia area, just say where that is.
Yeah.
That's in Mount Airy up on Germantown Avenue.
Yeah, it's across from like a trolley stop. What's the cross street?
The Mermaid Bar?
There's a Mermaid Bar,
Right.
not to be confused with
The
the
Mermaid
Mermaid
Inn.
Inn.
Right.
It's about 3 or 4 blocks below Mount Pleasant Avenue
Yes,
if
Right.
you're going towards the center city.
Right.
exactly. Thank you.
And if you're out of town, you don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, probably not.
Now, do you guys have any music people can download?
We have we have a song that we worked on with Bob Harris, who did Mara's album, called "Daddy's First Christmas." And it was probably one of the finest songs I've ever put out. It's probably the most commercial thing that we've done. We're,
Very well produced.
Yeah, we're working on At the Arms now, but
Okay.
but Daddy's First Christmas is available on CD Baby and iTunes
And your website?
and our
And our
website.
website,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your website again?
RustyandJan.com. One word.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Ray.
Guy and girl.
much. Yes.
Rusty and Jan, Jan and Rusty.
Yes.
So anyway, we look forward to hearing you play again and maybe seeing you on YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll be out there.
Okay. Okay. Again, our next show will be with Bernice Lewis from Massachusetts via Skype. And that'll be about 2 weeks. So we'll see you then.